Welcome. This is a 25-minute warming vinyasa flow for beginners. My name is Kristen, and this is Kendall. Let's begin. It's always great to start off with a review of chaturanga, even if you're familiar with it. So go ahead and come into a high plank for me. There's a couple different ways to go through chaturanga. If you're brand new to it, you might want to drop to your knees just to start. On an inhale, shift forward so your shoulders are over your fingertips. So when you bend your elbows on an exhale, notice how Kendall's elbows are right above her wrists. Inhale to upward facing dog. Broaden through your shoulders. I could slide a hand right beneath her knees and the mat, so her legs are completely engaged. Exhale into downward facing dog. Lift your hips nice and high. So again, the full variation looks like this. Inhale, shift forward into high plank. The thing I notice most here is either your hips like to pike up really high or sink down really low, which is dangerous, so keep them level. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows bend to 90. Breathe into up dog. Exhale to down dog. And you can do the same thing on your knees if you need a little less. So let's get started. Child's pose. Balasana. Your knees come nice and wide to the edges of your mat. Big toes touching back. Arms stretch out long to the front of your mat. Breathe deeply here into your backside body. You can literally watch her body rise and fall with her breath. Elongate through your spine and set your breath up here. Same length of inhale, same length of exhale if that works for you. On your breath in, lift to tabletop. Hands and knees. Stack your wrists and elbows beneath your shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, cow pose. Look up towards the sky. Let your belly drop. Exhale, cat pose. Round your spine. Tuck your chin. And again, inhale, look up, broaden through your collarbones. Arch your spine. Exhale, cat pose. Round your spine. Look towards your navel. And you can do this as many times, back and forth. It's a great way to warm up your spine. And link your breath with your movement. On each inhale, she looks skyward. On each exhale, she rounds so her belly can contract and empty. Good. When you feel warm through your spine, find a neutral spine, a flat back that's somewhere neither cat nor cow. Tuck your back toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips nice and high. Especially when you're new to practice, downward facing dog length can be different depending on your body. So a great way to check that is to take a high plank. Inhale, shift forward, shoulders over wrists. And then you can rearrange your hands and feet as necessary. So she could literally do a push-up from this point. Then keep your hands and feet glued to where they are. Exhale, downward facing dog. Wonderful job. Deep breath in. Exhale. One more breath in. Bottom of your exhale, ragdoll. Walk your feet to the top of your mat. You could have a bend in your knees if you'd like. Your feet can be wider or closer together. This is really your preference. Take some movement here. A few bends through your knees. You can shake your head, yes and no. If you'd like ragdoll arms, take opposite hand to opposite elbow. This can help decompress your low spine. If it feels good, you can sway even a little bit. You want to feel nice, loose, and relaxed. One more breath in. Exhale, release your hands to the floor. Put a soft bend in your knees and very slowly on your inhale, roll up one vertebra at a time. Samastitihi is hands to heart center. Let's give a breath here. Exhale what's in your lungs. Breathe in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Eyes can stay closed or blink open. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Arms sweep high. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Navel to spine. Lift up through your kneecaps so your legs are completely engaged. One more breath in. And a very gentle back bend as you exhale, very little. We're still in the warm-up process. Keep abdominals engaged. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. On your breath out, forward fold, Uttanasana. Flat back as much of the way down as you can. On your breath in, halfway lift, nice long spine. Her shoulders slide back towards her waistline, no curve in the back. Exhale and fold. Plant your palms on the ground. Step back, high plank, high push-up position. On or off your knees, flow through your chaturanga. Exhale as you lower. Breath into up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath in down dog. And bottom of your exhale, look forward, walker, jump to the top of your space. Good, it jumps a little bit more of an advanced movement. Inhale, halfway lift. Breathe out and fold. Rise to Tadasana again, mountain pose. Stand up nice and tall. On your exhale, find a back bend. Bend at the elbows if you'd like. Good. Inhale, mountain pose. Breathe out and fold, Uttanasana. Take a breath into a halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, make your way through chaturanga on or off your knees. One more time. One breath in your down dog. Bottom of your exhale, look forward, make your way to the top of your space. Give yourself a halfway lift when you arrive, breath in. Exhale and fold. A little different here. Bend your knees in chair pose. Utkatasana. Inhale, sweep your arms skyward. Here, her weight is so deep within her heels that she should be able to glance down at any point and be able to see her toes without leaning too far forward. If you'd like a little less, you can draw your hands to your heart center. That can help take some strain from your low back. Give yourself one more breath in. Find some depth through your hips as you exhale. Good. Inhale, stand up tall, find a back bend. Look up, lean back further if you'd like. On your exhale, forward fold. Take a breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Really nice. Hopefully you feel nice and warm from this sun salutation A. Give yourself another breath, and we'll move into sun salutation B from the top of your mat, bottom of your exhale, make your way there. One halfway lift on your breath in. On your exhale, bend your knees and step your left leg to the back of your mat, low lunge. So now her right leg is forward. Take a little bit of movement, warm up your knee, hip, and ankle. One really important part of this alignment is that your front knee is directly over your front ankle, not forward or behind. Drop your back knee to the earth. Inhale, low crescent lunge, arms overhead, Ardha Anjaneyasana. Press forward through your hips so your knee is over your ankle. There's a gentle squeeze of your inner thighs. If you'd like to take more of a back bend here, low crescent moon, palms touch together overhead. Exhale, look up a little or a lot and lean back. So this depth is up to you. Continue to squeeze your inner thighs. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, half splits, half Hanuman. This is more of a hamstring stretch than anything. Your front leg will straighten, your front foot will flex, and you'll feel the stretch behind your right leg. Forehead towards your knees. Good. Give yourself one more breath, maybe 2 or 3 if it feels really right to you today. On an inhale, bend your front knee, come back to the low lunge for a gentle twist. Left hand to the floor, right arm high. Option here for your back knee to stay down for just a little less. You can also pick it up off the ground to intensify the posture. Press into the earth, open and expand through your chest. One more breath here, inhale. Exhale, release your hand to the floor. Now back knee can drop again or stay lifted for full crescent lunge. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Your shoulders are over your hips. Your front knee is over your front ankle. Be sure to square your hips to the front of the room. You gently pull right hip back, left hip forward. Really nice. Again, the gentle squeeze of inner thighs helps her to maintain the stability of the pose. One more breath in. On your exhale, open to warrior two. Arms to T, your shoulders are over your hips, and your front knee is directly above your front ankle once again. This posture can become very challenging the longer you hold it, so take steady, smooth, even breaths, no matter how much your heart races. One more breath in. Stay for the breath out. Legs remain the same. Inhale, reverse your warrior, right arm high. So this is more of a side body stretch than any kind of a back bend. I don't even want to take her into it because it's too unsafe. So be sure you do feel the stretch through your right side body. Your front knee opens towards your pinky toe, so you feel the stretch through your right inner thigh. Ground down through the pinky edge of your back foot. Give yourself one more breath in and stretch way back. On your exhale, runner's lunge. Cartwheel down, hands to the inside of your front foot, toe heel your front foot over to the right. Here you can give yourself maybe 20 seconds or more. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. If you'd like a little less, a little break, drop down to your forearms and all the way down to your knees. This can also help you gain flexibility. If you're interested in working more on strength, then stay lifted off your back knee and on your palms. That's where we'll meet. One more breath in. And a long breath out. If you're not already in the position that Kendall is in, find yourself in low lunge now. Palms to the floor, all joints are stacked through your arms. Lift and engage through your knee if it's not already, belly into spine, frog. Step your left foot forward to the top of your mat. Now this posture can be very intense, depends on the tightness of your hips. Do your best to work your heels to the floor, even if you need to step your feet off the mat just a little bit. Press your knees back, stretch through your inner thighs, and even place a little bit more weight into the pinky edge side of your feet rather than a roll into your inner arches. One more breath here, inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor, forward fold, turn your toes to the top of your mat for a narrow prasarita. This is just a very gentle, wide-legged, semi-wide-legged forward fold. Should feel nice to stretch the backs of your legs and low back. Take one more breath here. Inhale. Stay for the exhale. Really nice. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Give yourself a halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale and fold. Nice. Stand all the way up, mountain pose, Tadasana, arms reach high. Find the back bend, exhale, open through your heart. Hopefully you feel warm enough now to go deeper. Good. Breathe in, mountain pose, and on your breath out, fold. Nice, flat back. Breath into a halfway lift. This time on your exhale, step your right leg to the back of your mat, low lunge. Again, a little movement here is nice, so that you can be sure that front knee is directly above your front ankle. Once you have that alignment, drop your back knee to the floor. Inhale, arms lift, low crescent lunge. You still want to maintain front knee over front ankle alignment. Feel the stretch now through the front side of your right hip. Give yourself one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, half Hanuman. Straighten your front leg, send your hips back. Again, the depth is not as important as just feeling the stretch behind your left leg. About 2 more breaths here. You can always have a small bend in your front leg. 1 more breath in and out. Good. Rebend your front knee. Walk your hands to the top of your mat for a little twist. Right hand down, left arm high. Gentle, gentle twist. Again, the option for less, your back knee stays down. For more intensity, it lifts and engage through your right heel. Press into the earth on the inhale. On your exhale, gentle twist as you open chest to sky. One more breath. And then replace your left hand to the floor. Right knee can be down or up for crescent lunge on Janayasana, arms reach high. Balance on the ball of your back foot, so your heel is up. On this side, your left hip shifts back, your right hip presses forward. And then there's a squeeze of your inner thighs, shoulders over hips. Smooth out the rough edges of your breath. Exhale into warrior two. Rearrange your feet. So here your front heel completely intersects your back arch. Your back leg is straight, your front knee is bent, and your gaze is over your left fingertips. Stay engaged through your abdominals, navel to spine. One more breath. Stay low in your front leg. Inhale, reverse warrior, left arm high. So again, this is a nice, safe left side body stretch with your front knee as it opens towards your pinky toe. Your torso turns just gently to the right. See if you can relax your left shoulder a little bit more. Good. One more breath in. Stretch way, way back. Exhale, runner's lunge. Hands to the inside of your front foot. Move your front foot over to the left and take some movement once again. The options are all the way down for more flexibility or stay lifted for more intensity and strength build. Maybe 2 more breaths here. Should really feel nice more than anything. Once you're ready to release, return back to your palms. Lift your back knee off the ground if it's not already. Pull in through your belly so you can step forward to frog a second time. And if you have a yoga block that you like to use, you can always use that as a seat. Just sit right on it. Press your knees and thighs apart, nice long spine. One more breath. Now you can certainly stay here. I'll break down crow. This is an intermediate arm balance, but I'll lead you into it if you're interested. You plant your palms flat to the floor, your fingers spread nice and wide. Lift your hips high and bring your feet a little closer together. So your feet are in tight and your knees are out. You're in a tight little ball. You've got to lean forward. She's gonna lean so far forward that it takes the weight out of the backside body and into the front. So you can either pick up one foot at a time, set that one down, pick up the other foot, play around with it. And then someday both will lift. But again, she's leaning so far forward here. This is mostly abdominal strength and any kind of arm strength. There's a little bit of arm strength, but it's mostly core, right, Kendall? One more breath. And then slowly back to frog, where we started or where you already are. Give yourself a breath here. Really nice. Narrow prasarita. Fingertips to the floor. Lift your hips, straighten your legs, turn your toes forward. Just hang for a moment. Should feel nice to take a break. If you want the ragdoll arms, or if you're more interested in gorilla, this may be a nice wrist stretch for those of you who took crow. Slide your hands completely underneath your feet for this variation. Someday your toes meet the crease of your wrists, and if they don't today, try to bend your knees more, see if that works, or just tops of your hands to the floor can give you a great stretch too. One more breath. Wiggle your toes if that feels right. That can help massage your wrists out a little too. Good. Release your hands from beneath your feet. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Very slowly on your inhale, roll yourself up. Good. Tadasana, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Tree pose, Vrikshasana. Let's start on the left. So right foot is down, left leg is out. Your toes can touch the floor if this posture is new to you. The second layer would be to lift your foot off the floor and place the sole of your foot below your knee or above your knee. For your safety, you never want to place your foot directly on your knee joint because the idea is to apply pressure. Foot into leg, leg into foot. If this feels right, you can stay, or what we call grow branches. Extend one or both arms in any direction, anywhere you'd like. This can often improve balance or challenge it, so whatever works for you. Give yourself one more breath in. Return your hands to your heart center. Exhale, gently replace your foot to the floor. Good. Other side, tree pose, vrikshasana, opposite knee turns out. Sole of your foot above or below your knee. Just avoid the knee. Navel to spine. Hips are squared. Set your gaze, this is known as a drishti, at one particular point. You have plenty of time if you fall out to just step right back in. Give yourself one more breath here. Inhale. Hands to heart center. Exhale, gently release your foot to the floor. Good. Shake it out, stretch it out. Tadasana, inhale, mountain pose, arms stretch high. Breathe out and fold. Uttanasana. Give yourself a halfway lift, deep breath in. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to high plank, high push-up. Hold here for 15 seconds. This is an also important part of plank, that you're engaged right here. You wouldn't want a pool of water to collect right between your shoulder blades. Keep lifted. One more breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips high. Really nice. Deep breath in, right leg lifts up to the sky. Hips stay square. They want to roll open. Keep your right hip down. Exhale, step in between your hands, low lunge. Inhale, open to a 5-pointed star. So you create a giant X with your body. And then fold for prasarita. Come right down the center. And although it can feel a little scary, place more weight into the balls of your feet. So you send your weight forward, and then your hands can stay on the floor. They can be at your hips or to your feet, wherever they feel most helpful. Elongate through your spine. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Turn to the top of your mat. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms and step your feet together at the back of your mat for side plank. Let's go to the right first. So left hand down, right arm high. Vashisthasana. It's very important here that your joints are stacked, wrist, elbow, shoulder. She's not at a diagonal that's unsafe with her arm here. If you need less, drop your left knee to the earth. This will provide phenomenal support, especially if your knee is right underneath your hip. So bring it a little more here, Kendall. There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, exhale, chaturanga, or you can skip it and just move to downward facing dog. Really nice. Other leg picks up. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, low lunge. Take a breath in and open to 5-pointed star once again. This side will be a little different. Horse. Heels are in, toes are out this time. Bend your knees. You may have to shorten this distance between your feet if you feel your knees have really buckled in, but she's got nice alignment. Knees over toes. Toes are relaxed. Shoulders over hips. If you seek more intensity, lift your heels off the floor. Navel to spine. Your arms can go anywhere you'd like. One more breath in. Sink lower on your breath out if that's available. Nice. And then straighten your legs, breathe in and rise. Turn in your toes and fold just for the transition. Give yourself a halfway lift breath in. Turn to the top of your mat, low lunge, palms plant, joint stack right away for your safety. Step your left foot back, side plank to the left. She'll do the full variation this time. So again, joints through her arms are completely stacked, not at a diagonal. Left hip above right, rather than a roll forward or rolled back. Your feet can stack one on top of the other, one in front of the other. A knee can drop. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2. On your exhale, chaturanga or just high plank, your choice. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. We'll meet in high plank on your inhale. Exhale, drop to your knees. Really nice. Thread the needle, stretch your arms out. Inhale, left arm out to the side. Exhale, thread the needle, left ear to the earth. Option to stay here or reach your right arm up and around. You should feel this stretch through your left shoulder and your upper back. One more breath. And then gently unwind, return back to your tabletop, hands and knees. Other side, inhale, right arm sweeps out. Exhale, thread the needle, right ear to the earth. Same variation that you chose on the first side in just a few breaths. One side may feel different from the other. That's completely normal. One more breath. And gently release. If you'd like, you can always cat-cow in your tabletop and then make your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, half pigeon, sweep your knee through. Option here to stay lifted or to fold. Wherever you go, be sure you flex your front foot to keep your knee and ankle safe. Give yourself one more breath in and out. And gently change sides. Lift back up. Exit on your own time. Get some blood to flow back through your right leg, whether it's a shake out or just a pedal out. Breath in, left leg lifts. Exhale, half pigeon, Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Her knee has come behind her left wrist. So notice that if and when she chooses to fold forward, it's safely over her shin and ankle rather than over the joint of her knee. And give yourself one more breath here. Fill your lungs completely. Send it into the depths of your hips to where it's tight, and then let it all go. We'll gently exit the posture. Stretch it out. And then any way you'd like to make your way onto your back. You can jump or you can sit. For a little bridge pose, lay yourself down on your back. Bend your knees so your heels are very close to your fingertips. If your fingertips actually touch your heels, create an inch of space there. Look only up, start with the exhale breath. On your inhale, press into your heels and lift your hips high. Lift your chest towards your chin and your chin away from your chest. If you'd like to interlace hands at your low back and create a shelf, you're welcome to do that. Some like to roll one shoulder then the other beneath. Notice how her thighs are just a few inches apart. They have not splayed out. It's almost as if she has an imaginary yoga block between her thighs. One more breath in. Exhale, slowly descend, spine to the mat. Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees open. It's a great little rest here. You are welcome to end here in shavasana. It's always nice to end with a final twist. If you have a favorite twist, be sure to take that favorite twist on your own. Same length of time, right and left. And then shavasana. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, my name is Kristen and this was Kendall. Namaste.